Evening, Pioneers. This is mjkk613.14. Pie for my eyes. And I'm also mjkk61, a mod in Pioneer English. This one tonight this evening is about a video I saw put out about pie by a Bitcoin or a crypto, somebody, a person in the space, knows Bitcoin, knows crypto, knows Bitcoin, knows everything. Okay? And his link in his web YouTube page is from one of the Bitcoin. It's Bitcoin, talking about pi and what pi is and what it's going to do. Okay, what we've done, what pi's done this year, and what it's going to do going into next year. I'm not sure if this gentleman is a pioneer, but I watched a lot of responses from his YouTube. Okay, and he was on point for some of it, but he was also misleading on some of it, and that's not an official pi video. It's not an official pi information. It's an unofficial post. Like most posts out there are unofficial. They are unofficial. They're not backed by Core. They're not sponsored by Core. Now, when you go onto the homepage, and they started a feature, create content videos that's on the homepage in the app. Those are sponsored by Core. I mean, Core's gone through them, okayed them, so I would consider them relatively official. Okay? Even though there's a disclaimer, if they're on Pi app homepage, it's good information. Core's seen it. I don't think Core's, I'm pretty sure Core hasn't seen this one or a bunch of other ones. There are a lot of pioneers that put out YouTube videos, have a lot of information, good information. There's a lot of people putting out YouTube videos on Pi that are putting out garbage, false, incorrect information. Okay? And he knows the space, and he knows what's going on in Pi, but he doesn't know Pi. Just by the wording that was. There are no tiers in Pi. Pi has no levels of pioneers. We are all the same. Some of us got here a little earlier than others, but we all earn the same base rate. We all earn the same increase per invitee. Okay? There's no tiers. There's no pyramid. It's not multi-level marketing. It's not. Okay? Pi is a level playing field. Okay? Currently base rate is just halved. The beginning of the month is just halved. Okay? And it went from 0.4 to 0.2 is the base rate. We get 0.01 for being a pioneer, which is a role we fill in Pi. We get 0.01 after we've been here 3 days, contribute role unlocks, build a security circle of 5 people, max. We get 0.01, makes up base mining. That is base mining rate. After 3 days, and we've built a 5-person security circle, we are considered what Pi considers Pi miners. We are earning Pi just like a Pi miner. That's why we check in every day. Okay? Then the third role is an ambassador. And for every invitee, new invitee that is active on your earning team, we get an increase of 0.048 for every one that's active. Okay? That's what levels the field, no matter when we joined. Because if you have the talent to invite people, like we just have. People coming in now can earn pi, like for the level, the havings before, okay, the groups, let's say the groups. Somebody coming in now can build up pi from the group before them. If they really have talent, they can build up pi to the group before that. Okay? And it happens at every stage or every halving. That it happens. Okay? There are people that are mining by themselves or with the person that invited them. Or, they have whatever, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. The minimum you'd like to get is at least 4. You can invite 4 friends. You've built your security circle. You have an earning team. You're good. Okay. So, for every invitee, we get 0.048. The more you invite now and the more you have active now, the more pi you will earn when it's live. Okay? Now, right now, there was another discussion there. Pi right now is in beta. There's 3 stages to pi. There was stage 1, launched 3/14/19, beta. Then 3/14/20, pi launched, or core launched, phase 2, testnet. Okay, we're in testnet. Consider it still beta. It's developing. Pi is developing, being developed. Okay, so right now, pi is running on an emulator. That's what it is, running on an emulator, simulated. So, yes, and we're on an emulator, and we will be until Core writes the Genesis block of the official Pi blockchain, which will happen at the start of phase 3. All Pi earned by legit human Pi accounts will be honored at the start of phase 3. Okay? The bots, clones, fake accounts, all that kind of stuff should be gone. Will be, and I'm putting my money on Core. They will be gone. One way or another, they will be gone. And if they do happen to get through, they won't be here very long. Okay? They won't be here very long. Security circles. We vouch for who's in our security circle to secure our network. Okay? That's what the security circles are all about. It's us controlling and securing our network. The first line in it. And if you don't care who you added, why are you here, man? Because you're killing, our security to our network is only as strong as the weakest link. If you've put 5 people in your security and you don't know who they are, you don't know what you let in there. Okay? That's not what the security circle is. Security circle is about securing the network. Okay? And if you have over 5 people, 5 people is max reward. If you have over 5 people, okay, are you listening? If you have over 5 people, you get no more pi for number 6. Okay? And you get to number 6, unofficially, I run 7 or 8 that in my security circle. Because if somebody becomes inactive, it keeps the security circle at 100% and strong all the time. Okay? And it's not written in the white paper and it's not recommended. But anything over 5 is actually taking away from the security of the network. Okay? And these people that have thousands of people in their security circle, for what? No. Because now you are the weakest link. You can't vouch for everybody. Okay? No. 5. Take it down to 5. That's it. That's all Core asks. That's what's written. 5. Okay? take it down to 5 because you're hurting the network. You're actually taking security away from the network if you have more than 5 people in your security server. Okay? So, that's all Core has asked of us. That's all, the only requirement Core has asked to earn Pi. Okay. And now there's going to be. Okay. So that's there. Now, when we have at 10 million, and I believe it happened 12/7. I like it. Anybody that knows Pi, like in my position, or that has been around for a while, knew it wasn't going to stop. Pi mining can't stop. It won't stop. So, you crypto traders that are trying to, no, don't sweat it. No, Pi will, somewhere along the line, it may, but it can't, it shouldn't. Okay? It shouldn't ever stop. Even if it gets down to 0.25 or whatever, it should never stop. Okay? And there's reasons for that. Not scarcity and putting on the exchange. But when Nicholas announced Pi halving, he also, they went through and they explained why they made the decision they did. And they went through and they kind of set the roadmap. And at the end, okay, Core stated Pi will go live within a year. So at that time, it put it at December. To me, Core set a goal, and to me, they committed. When they said Pi will go live at the end of the year, they're committed that Pi will go live at the end of the year. Okay? It excited me, tickled me to death. And I stepped out of bounds, and I was pushing for 314.22 because my belief and feeling is Pi should launch on its day, on its own day. Okay, we got 314 and we got 628. Well, if Pi's going to launch by the end of the year, then we're shooting. To me, if I got called on 314.22, that means Core has a goal of 2021. They want Pi live by 2021. Okay? So, that was in that. And it excited me. Now, you don't know how excited I got when I heard that. Because that set a goal and end. And I was listening to some people on WhatsApp and all that. We need to go. Well, we got the goal. Okay? So, that was going on. And, the same stuff's going on. The same stuff was going on. Where do we cash out? How do we trade it? How do we get money out of it? Okay? All that's got to be set aside. All that has to be set aside. Because it's unimportant, and right now it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Okay? With Pi being on an emulator, we personally have no Pi. Yes, we are earning Pi as Pi miners, okay, on an emulator, being kept track of, make sure it's right, secured by Core team. Okay? Yes, Pi is 100% centralized right now. They were talking about Core should have Pi protocol on GitHub, and the community should have access to Pi protocol. No. It's Core's project. We've been invited to Core's project. Okay? Core has their own goals. I'm sure. Yes, they don't put them out and they don't talk about it. Sometimes they get a little more information out. Sometimes they get a little less information out. It's been that way since I've gotten here. Okay? Well, here's where what I figured out to make. Okay. I want to drive the bus. I want to have a say in what's going on. I want to do all of that. I do. I'm a control freak. Okay? And it took me about 4 months to let go. It took me about 4 months after I got here to understand what was going on and to realize I'm not smarter than they are. This is their program. This whole thing is their program. No, it's not a social experiment. They've already done their social experimenting and done that and written papers on it and all that stuff. This is no social experiment. It's no game. It's real. It's going to be real money. Okay? I know everybody comes in because it is what it is. I mean, people are throwing pie balances out, throwing phone numbers out. Well, and your username is on your tag. Well, you just gave a hacker all the information he needs because we are identified by our username and our telephone number is how we're identified in the protocol. That's how the protocol keeps track of us. Okay? And you gave your bank account. And I know, officially, Pi has no value. Okay? Now, if you're a blockchain person or, okay, if there's no blockchain, if there's no running blockchain, there is no coin. Okay? There has been no official launch of Pi official blockchain. The nodes are just coming online. The nodes are just coming on. As far as I know, they haven't done any transactions on the nodes. I haven't heard any transactions running through the nodes yet. The nodes are just coming up. Okay? The nodes are just coming online. I'm pretty sure they've identified the super nodes that they have, and I'm pretty sure they're working on the regular nodes. Okay? And the gentleman in the video recommended if you're not tech savvy, if you're not tech savvy, don't try to set up a Pi node. Bad information, false. Okay, that's what I'm telling you guys. These videos are unofficial. It's recommended, suggested, advised to set a node up now if you can. Okay, and I know a lot of people are running nodes that are tech savvy that will take the time with a pioneer that wants to run a node that has no clue of what's going on. If you have no clue of what's going on and you want to run a node and you have a laptop or a PC or a Mac that has the specs and capability of running a Pi node, download Pi node. I don't have a link to it. Okay? And if you can't set up, hit me up on Facebook. You can find me hit me up on Facebook, Pi, or whatever. I'll point you in the right direction. I'll get you going in the right direction. I'll hook you up with the right people, and I know the right people that will sit down. They will sit down and take the time one-on-one and walk you through it step by step and get you up and running. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. Okay? No, I'm guaranteed. I'm not saying I know, but I know a lot of people that will take the time one-on-one and get you going. Mm-hmm. Okay? So, if you can, run a node. Because Pi nodes, and I'm going to try to touch on this one too. Pi nodes don't mine. Pi nodes don't mine. Pi is not proof of work or proof of stake. Okay? Pi nodes, right now, yes, nodes aren't getting anything for testing. There's no Pi to test. You're not going to get. There's no fees created. Okay, testing. This is our network, guys and gals. Okay, we've been invited early to help do what a lot of stuff is going on behind the scenes that most people aren't aware of won't research, and they're not asking the right questions. Okay? Pi is running. So I don't know how to tell you. Okay? We have a job to do. If you can run a node, setting up a node and not getting paid for it, you are getting paid for it. Every time you push the button and start the session, you are getting paid for doing a job. We just don't get what we're earning until the job is complete. Okay? It's our network. It's our community. It's our currency. It's our coin. It's not. Yes, Core has built Pi for the community. Yes. Okay. So instead of all the whining and crying and whatever that okay, grow up. It's time to grow up, and it's time to start listening to where the information is coming from, the correct information is coming from, to get this off the ground by the end of the year. Okay? So hit me up. If you want to run a node and you got your computer system has the specs that can run a Pi node, run a Pi node. It's a passive income for life. It will be a passive income for life. Okay? So the mining. I may have to do another video on mining. Okay? It died down a while, and now it's come back. Everybody's saying there's other currencies out there that became mobile miners before Pi. But Core is claiming the first mobile mining. Okay? All right, the gentleman mentioned it in his video. There are other projects out there like Pi. They're running on a airdrop. They're running off of an airdrop. Pi, and it was mentioned in the link that was with this that Stellar, yes, they did an airdrop and they did all. That's Stellar, man. Okay. Yes, Pi is built from Stellar base, but Core has made Pi. Core has used Stellar because it's current tech. Okay. It's just current tech, and they built off of it. They used it and they built off of it. Okay, to make it Pi. No, Pi is Pi. Pi is not Stellar. Pi is Pi. Okay. So the airdrop and all that stuff that Stellar did, and all these other coins that are running on it, that claim mobile mining. Okay. That's cool. And at the time they launched and the time they did, they may have been the first mining. But they're not mining. In any sense of the word. Okay? So they were the first at that point in time. Okay? Yes, Pi is running on an emulator. Emulating earning Pi. It's a faucet. Pi is running off. Right now, Pi is running off of a faucet. That is fact. You can't change it. Okay? But once Pi is live and running on the protocol, it will be running exactly the same way it is right now, except the protocol will be handling the distribution of the coins. And we won't, the counter at the top that we're seeing for Pi per hour, no, we don't get paid Pi per hour, we get paid Pi per day. Pi earned per day will be, the protocol will pay once a day. Okay? Pi earned will be given out once a day. No. Okay. So, Pi nodes don't mine. We mine off of our phone. Okay. But I'll touch on all three. The ETN is mining. ETN is staking at the time. because I had some. I haven't been in ETN in a while. ETN, and this is why I pretty much stopped ETN, because ETN, no, they're not on the. I mean, when they say mobile mining app, they're not on the up and up. No. Yes. Now, I got a question for you. What, on staking? A proof of stake? Am I mining on proof of stake? No. No. I'm staking. Somebody else is doing the mining. When they can do, and we fulfill our contract. I'm getting rewarded I'm getting rewarded the coins that I stake from the nodes that earn for mining. I'm getting reimbursed. I'm getting my money back, and I'm earning for staking them. That's not mining. That's staking. They're doing the mining. ETN. Oh, and okay, we got that stuff right. If I'm off point on how staking works, contact me. Set me straight. I want to know. But from what I understand, okay. Now, cloud mining, ETN mined in the cloud. Okay? And I don't know how many of you have researched what cloud mining is. Okay? All right. Staking is somebody's running a node, we're staking with coins. Cloud mining is that same setup, and there's a third party that has hosted the staking in the cloud. That's what cloud mining is. So when we were mining for ETN, and we came in and we clicked the button once a week we clicked the button, and it ran for 7 days. I was there, and I've heard Pi should be the same way. Well, what it was by hooking up, clicking the button and starting a 7-day session. That's how long that contract was. 7 days. We connected to a third party that connected to the. So we were staked to that, okay, for 7 days, the length of the contract. At the end of the 7 days, it stopped. We restarted, and we restarted a new contract, and we got paid out. We got paid out in ETN. It didn't come directly from mining the protocol. Somebody else was mining the coin. Yes. Staking. That's not mining. So to say ETN was the first to mine, cloud mining? No, man. No. Check it out. No. So that takes ETN off the board. So your theory just got blown out of the water. And I haven't even gotten the Pi yet. And they mentioned another one. No, if they're in the cloud, they're staking. And you can't run proof of work on a mobile device. It'll burn up and blow up. Bottom line. I personally know people that tried to do it with Bitcoin. Okay? Before they got into all the high-tech stuff. Yeah, one dude burned up like 3 phones trying to mine on a mobile device. Okay? Now, I don't know all the protocols that are out there and all that other. Okay, there might be something that might be close or whatever it is. That I don't know. But I know the 2 that are being mentioned, no. Now, at the time, there was nothing else out. And we could earn coin on our phone. But they called it mining. And they were the ones that are off point. They were the ones that are putting out false information and bullshit. Sorry. Okay. I was about 3 weeks into ETN when I figured out what was going on. Because I also lost ETN because I didn't fulfill a contract for that week. And I ran 5 days or whatever it was, and something happened where I had There was some reason that I had to stop in that 7 days. And I lost about 300 ETN over the time that I was doing it. Yes. So, okay, hopefully that shuts that side of it up. Okay, you guys are comparing pi to the wrong stuff. You are. Because you know the space and you know the stuff and you just know. Yes, you know the space. You don't know pi. You think you know pi. You don't know pi. Okay? And I went over this. I've been over this situation, this conversation, many times with people from your space. And somehow they don't. I spent 2 days going over mining with somebody, and I thought we came to a common ground. Okay, that we were both kind of on the same page. Well, after this video, the same person I had this conversation with came back with the same arguments that he had when we first started. Okay. Okay. Satoshi used the word mining in the white paper for Bitcoin. Bitcoin mining is, okay, Bitcoin mining, all the nodes compete against each other. They burn energy. You burn to earn. They're all burning energy going after the Bitcoin that's associated with that block, right? So the node that solves the puzzle is the winning node. I mean, they're the winning node for that block. Well, they solve the puzzle. That node gets paid Bitcoin. Okay. Then proof of work is consensus. Proof of work is a consensus protocol with the addition of proof of work to earn the coin. Okay. They're earning, okay, the protocol, Bitcoin protocol, is pegged, maxed, 21 million ever. Okay. Now I don't care whether you say they're not pre-minted, they're not whatever, they're not this, they're being mined as we go. We're splitting hairs, dude. Okay, the protocol says there's 21 million. That means somewhere in that protocol there's 21 million coins. The winning node mines. What's mining? Mining on a PC? Bullshit. Okay? It's ones and zeros doing their thing. He labeled it mining. The winning node gets rewarded for solving the puzzle. And I think if the winning node gets rewarded for solving the puzzle, Satoshi goes, that's proof of work mining. Okay, that's cool. But you guys are so tied up to it that you don't see anything else. This is the only way it can be. That's why you're not mining like Bitcoin. Well, yeah, you're not mining like Bitcoin. It's so slow, inefficient, not cost effective, or whatever. And if you're not a farm, you can't. One guy, me, I can't afford to compete against them. I can't afford the equipment, and I can't afford the power bill to compete against somebody that has a warehouse full of stuff that's using as much electrical power as a small city like Rhode Island or Switzerland, or okay. One farm is using enough power to power Switzerland. I can't compete with that. And now 64% of that is controlled by China, is owned by China. Just like 1 or 2% of Bitcoin wallets control 90% of the coin that's been mined so far. It's just people have gotten used to saying mine. Okay? That the nodes have been rewarded. Okay? It's verbiage. how do you mine on a computer system? How do you mine? Well, you do this. Okay. Well, core. Now, core. All right. I had to give you something now. You got me. I'm fired up. All right. Bitcoin mining. Node solves the puzzle. Gets rewarded whatever that block reward is. Okay. And I don't keep track of Bitcoin because you guys. Okay. So the winning node wins, gets coin. That's mined out of the pool of 21 million. So now that pool, okay, went from 21 million, whatever it is, you pulled out that amount of Bitcoin out of that pool. No, I know it's not per minute, but you have to subtract it. If you only have so many and you're pulling so many, you have to subtract the number from it. You have to subtract the number. How are you going to keep track? So somewhere in there, okay? I don't care how you divide it, split it, cloud it, put whatever wording on it. They've pulled from that pool of 21 million. They've mined a little piece of it. They gave it to that node, and that node won that reward, and it starts all over again. Okay? Now, am I understanding Bitcoin and how it gets its coin and how the coin gets into circulation? Right? That's how new coin gets into the community. It goes to the node. Now, if the node doesn't put it out, it just sits on it. And he just keeps stacking. If he gets another one, they just keep stacking everywhere. But once the coin is out of the protocol and into the node's hands, or into the node's, onto the ledger, into the node, because it pulled out, it was transaction. The protocol knows where those coins went. It went to that node, however it's identified. So it's in the circulation. Okay, right? Am I close? If I'm off base, hit me up. Tell me. Straighten me out. So I'm putting out correct information. I pride myself on trying to put out correct information. And if I'm off, somebody from there hit me up. Okay. But I believe I'm on the mark with how that system works. Now, I'm not worried about what you guys do with it on the exchange. I'm more worried about what you're saying about Pi not mining, not being the first not being the first mobile mining app. Yeah. Because I have this conversation too many times. Okay. So, are we? I hope we're in agreement in that part of it on Bitcoin mining. Okay. All right. Let's break Bitcoin mining down. What is Bitcoin mining? Node solves the puzzle. Winning node becomes lead node. Builds a block of transactions. Records the transaction. Orders, lists, records, validates the transactions. Right? Transaction coming in. Orders, lists, validates, puts them in the block. The network comes to consensus and puts the block in the chain. And gets the block number and hash rate. Gets a block number and hash rate when that block goes in the chain. And as soon as the process starts all over. Right? So the information is encoded, put in the block. The ledger holds the block number and the hash rate. It's basically the way I understand blockchain works. Simplest form, the way blockchain works. And that whole process is Bitcoin mining, correct? So, solves the puzzle. They do their thing with the block. Consensus puts the block in, okay? And new coin into circulation in the community, right? So it's block, new coin to community, right? Okay. I'm okay, we're agreeing. Okay. Pi. Let's bring pi in. All right. Pi is, core has taken Stellar Consensus Protocol and created Pi protocol. Okay. It is its own blockchain, and it's doing all of its things. Okay. Its own things, new things, different. Let's say different things than what's out there right now. Okay. So, first off, let's get the nodes out of the way. Pi nodes order a list, build the block. 4 seconds, the block goes into the chain. Pi nodes do the same thing that Bitcoin nodes do, except they took out the proof of work part of it. The Pi nodes do exactly the same thing. Okay? They build blocks. They build the blocks. And in each block, there's a block number and a hash rate for each block that gets recorded into the ledger. The ledger's the same. It's decentralized. It's all over the node. Each node carries its own copy of the ledger. That's decentralized ledger. Decentralized blockchain. Okay? Right? That's what we're... Now, how we go through the process, that's irrelevant to this conversation. Okay? We're doing transactions. Nodes are listing them, putting them in the block, sealing the block. Block goes into the chain. 4 seconds. Okay? And I'm not sure how. Okay. Anyway, at the end of the day, or whatever that day is, whatever a node 24-hour day is, okay, whatever fees are accumulated all day, the protocol once a day will take, and however the distribution is, will distribute those fees to all the active nodes in the network for that 24 hours. But that's not mining. That's not mining. That's not Pi mining. That's just nodes running day in, day out. Day in, day out. 4 seconds. Pumping out blocks 4 seconds. Okay? They get rewarded the fees. That's why I said Pi nodes will have a passive income for the rest of your life. However you want to run a node, as long as it's properly connected to the network, you will earn Pi running a node. Okay? And I hear a lot of people, well, I don't want to leave my system on 24/7. Well, dude, you know anything about electronic computers or systems? They're better off running 24/7 than you are turning them on and off all the time. It's easier on the equipment. Yeah. So, if you're running your computer system 24/7 now, you won't see any increase in your power bill or whatever running a Pi node. So a Pi node will have the same basic electricity bill. And now I don't, because I'm not in the node, because I don't have the equipment to run a node. But I do know the minimum requirements of your system. You won't see any increase in your electrical bill. Now, you might see a little bit of increase in your data because it does it with a lot of SMS messages to get to the consensus. But you're talking 4 seconds a block, man. Okay? It's not going to be enough data. No. So, no, Bitcoin nodes are going to run themselves out of a job. The coin keeps having, they keep having a halving rate, and it's eventually going to run out, or the power bill is going to get too high that it's not going to be cost effective to mine those coins. Okay? Yeah, I know it's going to $1 million, so they're going to mine. Yeah, okay, that's a different story for a different day. So Pi nodes don't even have to worry about that. They will never run out of coin. They earn transaction fees. The coins are already in circulation. The coins are already in circulation. So they just, and say, at one point, say, Core stops Pi mining. Say, Core stops Pi mining. Okay, we've just cut the nodes away from Pi mining. So whatever's happening for Pi mining doesn't affect the nodes. Nodes can run forever, man. The nodes are designed to run forever. Or until we blow ourselves up or something, I don't know. So, all right. With me so far? Nodes have nothing to do with mining. Nodes are doing their job, and they're getting paid for doing their job. They're getting paid for doing their job. Every day. I mean, if it's set up on a protocol, it's going to kick out the fees every day. If it's at 12 o'clock, check your wallet at 12:01. You're going to have whatever that pi is for that day. Every day. 7 days a week, 365 days a year, every day. You're going to have an income of pi. Okay? Alright. Now, let's get to mining. Let's get to pi mining. Well, it's not off the node, so we know we got that already. Okay. Pi miners. What Core has classified as pi miners. This is pi. This isn't anything else. This is pi. We are pi. We have no ties to anybody else. We are pi. Core created pi. Brand new protocol. It's a brand new protocol. Man, they do it all the time. Stellar is a fork off of Ripple that's using XRP as their base protocol. But they look different. They are two different coins doing two different things. They're not the same. Stellar is its own protocol. It just forked off of XRP. Pi is not forked off of anything. It's its own entity. Core has made all these changes and additions to Stellar, because Stellar has some issues too. Yeah, Stellar has some issues too, and Core's looked at it and they've corrected all that, and they've come up with a way. They've come up with a solution to a problem: being able to mine on our phones. Okay. Well, they're not the first. We're not that far. Core has come up with a solution to mine from our phones. As a Pi miner, or being how we're classified as a Pi miner. Pioneer. The roles we fill in Pi is considered classified Pi miner. The roles as a Pi miner are pioneer and contributor. Okay? Pioneer and contributor. Those are Pi miners. That is classified as a Pi miner. So, pioneer. Once Pi now. You're looking at Pi being on an emulator today, and yeah, it's just being simulated. It's doing something that whatever this coin is doing. Okay, I can't argue that because it's true. Pi is running on an emulator. There's no blockchain. So you can't even compare it to something that's already running because there's no blockchain. Okay, so let's get that out of the way. Let's go to when Pi is live. When the protocol is running and doing its thing, is where we're at. We got blockchain going. Right, blockchain is going. We've gone phase 3. Blockchain's going. We're doing transactions and all that. Okay. We're mining. Now we're mining because the simulator's gone. We're on the protocol. The protocol is controlling everything. Okay. Pioneer. Now we have to be active every day to earn Pi every day. Okay. to being active, well, pushing the button once a day shows we are active. We are here. We are fulfilling our part. Okay? Pi miners are what we contribute to the network. Well, as a contributor with a security circle, securing our network is a part of our mining. Okay? Pioneer, and I'm not sure about all the ins and outs of details because we're not quite there yet. But our phones will become our wallet. Our transactions and everything will come through our phones. Anything we're going to do with Pi, we're going to do through our phone. Okay? So, I'm not sure whether it's a contributor role or pioneer role that initiates transactions. Okay? I think it's the pioneer role that initiates, anytime we do a transaction, it's the pioneer role that will initiate that transaction. We'll create that transaction. We'll see that transaction through. Okay? That we're showing we're active in the network. We're using the network. We're active in it. Doing our part in the network, in the community. Then the contributor role, we're providing security to the network. And there's other stuff written in the protocol for security but we're frontline, first line in security. Now, and I'm not sure how all that works, so that's and the contributor will verify that transactions have been recorded in the blockchain and the blocks are in the chain. Okay? Those are the roles that we fill in Pi. And they are directly to the blockchain. And the blockchain needs both nodes and our phones to operate. There's no other program out there like that. There's no other crypto out there. The phones are tied directly to the blockchain, to the protocol. Okay? We have access to the protocol. Okay? That's where you guys keep wanting to say, it needs to stop mining, it needs to stop mining. No, it doesn't. It needs to stay mining. Okay? Because as Pi miners, being active in the network, as Pi miners once a day, we will be rewarded newly minted Pi. Okay? Newly minted Pi once a day for being active in the network as a Pi miner. Okay, and I got into this discussion. Now, are we on the same page? Are we? Okay. We are earning newly minted coin once a day. The protocol will pay us out. Pi miner. So, Core classifies Pi miner. Okay, so. Everybody's saying, no, it's got to stop, it got to stop, it got to stop. No, that's how we get new coin. That's how miners get paid. That's how us as miners get paid. Man, it was tough. Thanks, Core. I appreciate it. I didn't have, man. And if you don't see it by now, you're blind as a bat, and you ought to out. Yeah, because you're so. I call it Bitcoin blindness, and that's what you guys are so blind and. You can't see past what is. And we are in what is. And Pi isn't about what is. Pi is about what is possible. Core is making it possible. We can make it possible if we man, you gotta let go. You gotta let go and you gotta open up and you gotta see. You gotta see it. Okay? If you don't see it by now, I don't know what to tell you. I really don't know what to say anymore. Because if you haven't seen it by now, that Pi isn't acting like anything else out there, then when it comes to value, yeah, no, we'll be here for a while. Okay? So, we got newly minted, mined, freshly mined. So these coins didn't exist. Now, they didn't exist until until they minted them and put them in our wallet. They mined them and put them in the node, whatever Bitcoin, whatever your wallet is on Bitcoin. Okay? They didn't exist until that moment. Makes it mining. Makes it crypto mining by Satoshi's own words. Now, you want to say mined and minted aren't the same thing? Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Okay? I mean, if you break it down to true physical mining, okay? Digging it out of the earth, gold out of the earth, okay? Well, you can't go get gold. I mean, you get gold out of the earth, and it comes up in chunks. I don't know. I'm here in California and stuff. I know what gold looks like when it comes out of the ground. It comes out chunks, nuggets, dust, flakes. Okay? All right. Now, so you're digging gold. I mean, Bitcoin is gold. Bitcoin is crypto gold. Now, if we're going to put it in the right context, you're digging gold out of the ground. Is what I'm hearing. You're digging gold out of the ground. You're digging out chunks, and whatever they have, you're digging out a couple of chunks, a couple of nugs. Okay, that's what you're digging out. And then in that same process, it's processing that gold, turning it into a blank, and creating a coin. It's digging in. It's minting a coin. Is what it's mining. It's mining. Okay, you don't. Let's get real now. You go into digging into the earth. You don't dig into the earth and dig up a coin. You don't. I've been gold mining. I've been panning. You don't. Yeah, I don't go to the river and I'm panning and I pan up a coin. No, I pan up dust. I pan up water. And then the dust is processed into a blank and then it's minted. Okay. However we come up with it, well, okay, we got the blanks from somebody, and the blanks are stacked up in the protocol. And when it's time, the protocol goes boom, 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 and mints out newly minted coins. They weren't coins before they started. They were blanks. You couldn't do nothing. They're blanks. You couldn't do nothing with them. Once a day, it pumps out newly minted coin. New and new. New to our economy. New to their economy. Okay? You don't see it. You don't see it if you don't understand it. If you don't understand it, I'll sit down and hit me up. We'll talk. I'll talk to you all day about it. I'll talk to you about it because I just proved Pi is mining newly minted coin every day. And we are earning it as Pi miners. As Pi classified miners. We are earning it as Pi miners. Okay? Yes, the ambassador role is something different that doesn't pertain to this. It's a role we fill. It's another role that we fill to do our part in the network. And we get rewarded for doing that. We do. We get rewarded for doing that. That's another subject. It doesn't pertain to this. Okay? So I get fired up when people are starting to, because now what you just did is you slandered core team. Mm-hmm. You dinged their reputation. Because you guys are all out on the social media saying, no, Pi lied, Core lied, Core put out bad info. No, so we can't believe them on anything. No, you just slandered them. And I hope you have enough respect to apologize. Okay? I do. Because you haven't given them enough credit from the beginning. Because you think you're better than they are. No. You owe them an apology. Yes. And you owe it on social media. Yes. Okay? Now, we want to talk about first true mining on a mobile device. Pi is it. Core can lay that claim. The first mobile mining. I'm out, guys. Thank you.